Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. See, I'm playing on upgraded hardware right now. I had an issue with my old computer, and it was a laptop, and it was a display laptop, which is the reason I have the issue, that it was crashing. And the laptop itself wasn't going to last for much longer. So I went out of my way to upgrade. And I upgraded by getting an electronics laptop, which I fully recommend. It came amazing, it came really fast, it's got so much customization. My keyboard right now is flashing a whole bunch of assorted colors, and it comes pre-assembled. It is a bit more expensive than building your own personally. However, it's worth it in the end if you don't want the stress of possibly breaking a component. And plus they even offer their own warranty programs. If you can opt for a case, you can opt for a coating for your laptop and a whole bunch of things. It's just really nice. And this is not a paid promotion. It's not. I just really liked what they did. And it's really good. It's a huge upgrade. I got a NVIDIA 2070 Max Q, and that's a lot compared to my NVIDIA. Oh, that's a bear. It's dead. That's a huge upgrade from my previous, which was an NVIDIA 1050 RTX. Or is it RTX 1050? Either way. Yeah, that's now an ancient piece of hardware, and the computer itself wasn't doing well. So that computer is still going to be used for recording very minor things like Pokemon Snakewood, which I officially have up and able to record again. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that is about it. Wow. Alright. In this part, we are going to be exploring Fort Urasek. Urasek is inhabited by goblins and marauders. Now, there's more goblins than there ever are going to be marauders in a place like that, but that's beside the point. I'm just trying to get my positioning. There we go, I know where I'm going. Fort Urasek is a medium-sized dungeon by definition, but I would consider it a small dungeon. It is comprised of 2 floors. One floor is barely a room, really. It's more like a hallway connected to a janitor's closet. And the second floor is reasonably large, and if you combine them both together, you'd probably get a normal small dungeon. Excuse me, sir, could you not? I don't like fighting the warlords. I'm just trying my best to stay away from them.
What's the matter?
Yeah. Kick his ass.
Crime doesn't pay. We have long memories. We won't forget.
That's good. That was nice of that guy. He offered that if I ever ran into trouble, that I could come find him, and I think he's gonna regret that. I've killed so many people. Anyways, there's 2 chests on the outside of Fort Urasek. One down here, one up here. This one will always have an odd assortment of things laying around it. The odd assortment is always guaranteed, but the quantity of items in the chest is not. The quantity and quality of the items in the chest, I mean. Which can lead to some odd combinations. What we got outside the chest was essentially just gear that's always laying there whenever you start the game. However, you can get some weird things out of it. Mark my words. Alright, so this first floor of the dungeon, it's very small. I stress this first very small floor. I encountered something odd that I have never seen again, and it is especially weird. It happened in this tiny area here. After I opened this for the dead marauder, there it is. What is that? And then it just disappears. And I have never seen that again. I have never seen that anywhere else. I don't believe I have, at least. And it just is extraordinarily weird. It doesn't even feel like it belongs in the same game, but you see the same kind of lighting whenever you go into an Oblivion Gate. So that just begs the question of, what is it? It's just so curious. Come on, just die, please. There we go. Alright. I don't know if any of you heard that, but a belch slipped out there, and I'm not gonna cut that out. You guys can just enjoy it. But yeah, that's actually it for the small area here. There's some rat meat there. There's not much else though, and we have no choice but to advance onwards into the Urasek company billets, and not take the recently used pickaxe. Another thing that I want to point out is that during this playthrough of Oblivion, I have upgraded my hardware for my computer twice. And that is insane. Well, I can't say twice. See, prior to starting this, I was doing some mild testing things on my old computer that I was playing the original Risk of Rain on, that I used the laptop microphone for before upgrading to my Blue Yeti here. But yeah, this playthrough has been in progress for some time, is what I'm implying. In planning stages and in personal experience, which is one of the things I referenced in the past. But I did come here, and that is the only other time in my entire time playing Oblivion that I have ever managed to see that strange red glow. So I'm asking you guys out there, does that always happen? Does that have a point? Does it have a purpose? What is it? It's just so peculiar and attracts my attention because in console versions, in every other version I've ever played, even years and years and years ago, because this was the first game I ever bought on Steam, I didn't have that on my game. That never happened. And it's just peculiar in general. It is peculiar. Like the skull in a bowl there. Anyways, this is my second time ever playing this game on the upgraded hardware. And I've got to say it's really good. I absolutely love it. Yet again, electronics. It is spelled as it is pronounced, but without the C next to the K. Electronics. I could not recommend them more. Very prompt. And they gave me a free HDMI cable too, which is nice. That's a bonus. Because inevitably, I'm probably going to end up hooking up a second monitor to this. Also, I've got to say, this is going a lot better than my test recording. Because I have been through this dungeon before. And that was a test recording, and that's how I know how well this game runs on my new hardware and everything. And it was exceedingly alarming. What happened was that I managed to trigger one enemy, and that one enemy alerted all the other enemies, and then it just went from there that every enemy kept triggering another enemy. And I just had the absolute... probably the biggest, cruddiest amount of luck that I will ever have playing this game. I am paralyzed. It's still not as bad as before. Because I can recover from the paralysis. There we go. War Axe of Feeding? Oh, that's cool. I'll sell it, but I'm very tempted to keep that. Okay. What is happening? Oh, wow. Okay. Was their body still trying to get up, but they couldn't get up? Okay. I see where the skeleton's gonna go. Anyways, we have looted every chest so far, and there's a special little area coming up here that it doesn't seem significant at first, but it actually is. Loot this guard sack, which is, I believe, a unique sack to this area, with a unique key, the Urasek lockup key. And that is to this door, with an otherwise very hard lock. And inside are goblins fighting marauders, which have decided to all target me. Oh, come on. You know what? At least this is good for my light armor skill, which is almost maxed out. Which means we're going to be switching over to heavy armor pretty soon. If it keeps up like this, it's going to be by the end of the dungeon. Oh, seriously? Now this is just unfair. I wanted to show the marauders fighting the goblins, but it looks more like I'm just going to be showing me fighting the goblins. Oh, thank goodness for the skeleton. I didn't realize what that was for a second. Oh, light armor. Yes, we've maxed it out. Your light armor is like a second skin after all those days and weeks wearing it. You have learned to move easily with it in combat. As a master of light armor, you gain a 50% increase in protection if wearing all light armor. Now, I will be the first to admit that is not as good as the heavy armor perk. I am a light armor person personally, but I will fully acknowledge the perks of heavy armor in this game are significantly better than the perks of light armor in the long run. Okay, all of them are dead. Let's use a spell to light up the area and loot them all. Jesus. Oh, the Marauder Battle Mage lived.
You're a traitor!
I am no traitor. Maybe to you, but no one else. Alright. So for my heavy armor, I'm actually going to be using the... Oh. I forgot about this. There's a chest down here with a goblin next to it. Goblin has nothing on him, but the chest has some randomized loot. So there is at least some incentive to coming in here if you don't want to fight all of those enemies. Maybe you can pick off the winner afterwards, though. Whoa! Ow. Pain. Come on, fight me. Fight me like the creator of Tetris fought for his rights. Was that too politically active right now? I don't know. I just know that YouTube's in a tizzy about a bunch of stuff going on, and I can't say certain words. You can go do you, buddy. I believe in you. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I disarmed him. I successfully did the disarming attack. I don't particularly like being silenced, though. Fort Urasek is... What are you doing? Fort Urasek is another one of those areas where in which you can go and you can get, every time you come here, a good bit of randomized loot off of the local enemies. Though this chest is not a good indicator of that. That is the boss chest, too. What happened? It looks like it's already been looted. It wasn't me, I swear. I reloaded an old save. This is particularly weird. Either way, sit on the throne here and get clubbed in the face. Yeah, they don't particularly like our kind. Huh. Yeah, that is weird. Now, the throne here is actually a piece of the area. You can find them in other fort ruins like this, and that's kind of weird and interesting. The goblins managed to repurpose it and put it for their own use, but there's also a skeleton near it that implies that maybe they removed the skeleton from the chair, or maybe at one point there was someone that sat on that throne. But that's a story for another day, and that's something that the creators will never tell us, which is kind of a shame. Oh well. Anyways, how do you guys like the new hardware? How do you guys like Fort Urasek? How do you guys like the new lighting and everything? It feels weird. I turned up image sharpening and all of that and made it look really nice. The computer actually is doing fantastic. It doesn't seem to be overheating at all. And it is just doing really nice in general. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Check my Patreon, Coffee, and Twitter in the description if you want to support my channel. And thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Bye.